The early light of dawn shimmered over the misty plains of Tsavo National Park. Ranger Ethan drove his old Land Cruiser down the dusty path, his morning patrol routine as calm as the gentle hum of the rising wind. Herds of zebras grazed peacefully in the golden light, and distant elephants moved like shadows through the acacia trees. As Ethan turned a bend near the riverbed, his headlights caught something massive standing in the middle of the dirt road. A full-grown elephant mother, her tusks chipped and her ears torn from old battles, stood squarely in his path. She wasn't charging, but she wasn't moving either. Her huge frame trembled with distress. Ethan stopped the Jeep and killed the engine, careful not to provoke her.
Okay, easy now. Don't make any sudden moves.
Years of experience told him this wasn't aggression. This was a cry for help. The elephant raised her trunk, not to warn, but to signal. Then she turned slightly, revealing something hidden behind her massive legs. A small calf, collapsed in the red dust. Its trunk twitched weakly, and one of its front legs was twisted unnaturally. The mother trumpeted softly, a sound full of fear and exhaustion. Ethan's breath caught. The calf had likely stepped into a hidden snare, an illegal trap used by poachers. Ethan knew what this meant. Getting close to a distressed elephant mother was one of the most dangerous things a human could do. But turning away was not an option. He radioed for backup, then slowly stepped out of his Jeep.
Repeat, I need backup.
Keeping his hands visible, his tone calm. "It's okay, girl," he whispered, his voice steady. "Let me help your baby." The mother's massive ears flared, a warning, but she didn't move. It was enough permission. Moving inch by inch, Ethan reached the calf. The wire snare was wrapped tight around its leg, cutting deep into the skin. Every tug made the calf squeal, sending the mother into a frenzy of trumpet cries. Ethan froze each time, whispering reassurance, showing her his empty hands. He worked quickly but carefully, using a cutter to slice through the cruel metal wire. The moment it snapped free, blood began to flow. Ethan applied pressure, wrapping the wound with a field bandage. The cough trembled but stayed still, trusting him through the pain. When the job was done, Ethan stepped back slowly, his heart pounding. The mother moved forward instantly, placing her trunk over the calf's wound, as if checking his work. Then she looked up at him, eyes glistening, her heavy breath forming clouds in the early morning air. No sound, no roar, just mutual recognition. In that raw moment, the boundaries between man and wild vanished. Ethan stayed nearby through the night, watching the pair from a distance. The mother never left the calf's side, nudging it gently, encouraging it to stand. The wound was deep, but the calf was strong. By sunrise, the calf stirred. Slowly, shakily, it rose to its feet, leaning on its mother's trunk for balance. Ethan felt his throat tighten. It was alive. He smiled softly, packing his kit. The mother elephant raised her trunk once more, not in defense, but as if in salute, before leading her calf away into the wilderness. For Ethan, that silent farewell was the greatest thank you he'd ever received. Months passed. The snare incident became another entry in Ethan's field log, one among hundreds, but he never forgot those eyes. Then one stormy afternoon, while checking the park boundaries, his Jeep skidded near a deep ravine and flipped onto its side. The radio was crushed. Ethan was pinned, bleeding, and alone. The rain fell hard, blurring his vision. The jungle echoed with thunder and distant growls. Out of the storm's chaos came a deep rumbling sound, when familiar and powerful. Through the sheets of rain he saw movement. An elephant herd approached, led by a massive female. The same scar on her ear, the same wise, ancient eyes. Behind her walked a larger, stronger calf, now almost grown. They surrounded the fallen Jeep. The mother reached her trunk through the shattered window, touching Ethan's arm gently, as if checking if he was still alive. Then, in an astonishing display of intelligence, the herd began to push. Together they tilted the vehicle upright, freeing him from the wreckage.